All right, folks, we're working on some mental math skills today. So check out our first problem, 1/2 plus 3/4. Now we're not calculating yet. So think about this expression without solving it. Well, I've got 1/2, so 1/2, 5/10, 50%, a lot of different ways I can be thinking about 1/2. And then I'm adding 3/4. Now, 3/4, bigger than 1/2. And I know 3/4 would also be, we could say 75 hundredths or 75%. So what I know about the value of this expression without even solving, I know that it's going to be greater than 1. That bad boy is definitely going to be greater than 1, but less than 2. Greater than 1, less than 2. Let's take a look at problem number 2. 1 2/5 minus the minus is important, 2/3. So without calculating, what do I know about the value of this expression? I know that 2/3 is a lot bigger than 2/5, because I know 2/3 is bigger than half and 2/5 is smaller than half. So that's going to be important. So with that information, that 2/3 is larger than 2/5, I want you to go ahead and answer this for yourself. Do you think the answer is more than 1 or less than 1? And go ahead and explain with a complete sentence. Once you have that in, please raise your hand and I'll come take a look. Problem number 3. So I'm going to write down my reasoning skills. I'm going to write down how I'm thinking and whether or not I think it's more than 1 or less than 1/2. So 4/10 plus 1/3. So I know that 4/10 is almost half, almost 5/10 or 1/2. So that tells me right there, I'm already really close to 1/2. Plus 1/3. Okay, so 1/3, 1/3 smaller than 1/2, but bigger than 1/10. And I'm just going to go like this. 1/3 is greater than 1/10. So I'm going to say that this answer, my answer, is going to be less than 1, but it's going to be greater than 1/2. Let's find out if my reasoning is correct. So 4/10, let's see, tenths and thirds, I guess I'll have to turn those into 30th. So make those 30ths times 3, 12 30ths. And then I've got to do the same thing for 1/3. Let's see, 10 30ths. So I've got 12 30ths plus 10 30ths equals 22 30ths, which is really going to be 11 15ths. Hey, look at that, 11 15ths. Bigger than half, but less than 1. Excellent. So for problem number 4, I want you to try. So go ahead and record kind of your thinking as you're stewing about this problem. And I want you to go ahead and tell me that the answer is probably between, give me 2 whole numbers, like between 1 and 2 or between 0 and 1. So the answer is between blank and blank. And then once you've got your theory, go ahead, solve it out, and see if you're right. Once you're finished, raise your hand and I'll come take a look. All right, let's take a look at some subtraction here. So 1 4/7 minus 9/10. All right, so I know 9/10, super close to 1. Super close to 1. So this problem is very close to being 1 4/7 minus 1. So if it was 1 4/7 minus 1, then I know my answer would be about 4/7. So definitely between, I was going to say it's greater than 0, but I bet it's going to be less than 1. I bet my answer is going to be close. It's going to be close to 1/2. Close to 1/2. Ooh, but is the value of the expression greater or less than 1/2? Well, I said it was going to be close to 4/7. 4/7 is really close to 1/2, but let's see. Because I didn't subtract 1, I actually subtracted 9/10. So my answer is, I'm going to say greater. Greater than 1/2. All right, you go ahead and calculate that out and tell me, am I right or am I wrong? Go ahead. All right, check out my reasoning on this one. 4/5 minus 1/8. All right, well, I know fifths bigger than eighths. Okay, and then I've got 4/5 and then only 1/8. So since eighths are so small, I know that my answer is going to be greater than 3/5 because I'm only taking away an eighth, not even a whole fifth. And I know that 3/5 is greater than 1/2. So is the value of this expression greater or less than 1/2? Totally going to be greater. Totally going to be greater. Let's check out as I verify it with some math. So if I've got fifths and eighths, I'm going to have to turn those guys into 40ths. Times 8 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. All right, let's turn my eighths into 40ths. Let's see, times 5 times 5. So 5 40ths. So 32 40ths minus 5 40ths is going to give me 27 40ths. Can that be reduced? I don't think so. But I know that half, because I'm trying to figure out is it greater or less than 1/2? Half would be 20 40ths. So is this greater than half? You bet it is.